Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Nowonshall coming at you with yet another Star Trek Fleet Commandment. Today, we are at DS9 Arc 4, the final arc of Deep Space Nine, and we're to go over what is actually in Deep Space Nine Arc 4, what the fixes were, some of the cool things they actually did that I kind of like, and just stuff over in that area. So don't forget to like, that subscribe, that bell notification down below. Right below that, in the comments, leave a comment, please and thank you. Remember, in the description, come check out my Discord. We are always there to help. Under that are 3 donation links: PayPal, Cashapp, and Venmo. If you guys do want to help out, those links are listed down below. Remember, this is my main source of income, so it helps out me and my family. And last but not least, don't forget to follow my Twitch. It is Nowonshall_gaming. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. So, as you see, as we're starting into it, we have 2 more unlocks down. We have 1 more unlock, sorry, 1 more. Another building queue, and then another repair queue. And then, last but not least, we have an 8th dock. That is a in-app purchase for $100 currently, and that's what that is. But let's go over some of the officers that came in this arc, and we finally figured out who the spy was. Well, Team Rev, you got it right. Kira was the changeling. And how we know she is a changeling now, if you didn't read the missions they got at the beginning of the arc, we're to go down and go take a look at her card. And right there, it changed her card to a changeling. And it says at the bottom, Changeling Kira. Did it change the write-up? Changing it even gave a whole change-up down here, which is awesome. I'm not going to read it because you guys hate my reading abilities, and I hate it myself. But her abilities stayed the same. So, do we have another Kira now? We certainly do. So our first officer we're looking at is new Kira Nerys. Her officer ability is currently Kira Nerys decreases shield mitigation by 4% on an assault. So she is an assault-based officer. And I'll explain a little bit about that after this part. And our next one is Kira Nerys' below deck ability, which she increases crit chance by 10%, which is cool. And then we're to go now to, as the game loads slowly, Julian Bashir. Julian Bashir's captain ability is going to be, Julian Bashir increases crit chance damage by 50% on solo armadas. So that's a solo armada officer. His officer ability is Julian Bashir increases crit chance by 20% for solo armadas. So he's going to be basically like a con. And he's going to build to ramp up as time progresses. So you can replace the new changeling officer when you get him with Bashir, because he's going to pump out more crits. And then our next officer is going to be Jadzia Dax. Jadzia Dax. But anyways, Jadzia Dax's captain ability is increases shield piercing, armor piercing, and accuracy by 700% of officer health against solar armadas. Not so much. But her officer ability is Jadzia Dax increases weapon damage by 30% of officer health. So if you get a sec officer health on the bottom, then for solar armadas, she's going to increase your output of your DPS. So that's another good one. Another Deep Space Nine officer. And my favorite is going to be Odo. I love Odo. He's been my favorite throughout the Deep Space Nine series. And his officer ability is Odo increases base armor, shield deflection, and dodge by 40% against solar armadas. And last but not least, I like his blow deck ability. Odo increases crit hit damage by 20%. You get that by 20% just by having below deck. So that's just another addition you'd want to use for your armadas or PvP or really anything. Cool. So our next thing we're going to talk about is assault. People are wondering, what is assault and what does it do? So we're going to go into our station, our ASB, our Alliance Star Base, and we're going to go right here. And you're going to be like, nothing's changed in the ASB. You're wrong. Scopely has changed it. You have to hit the tab on the right. It brings you to a new part, which you see some of this stuff is hull upgrades and etc. It gives you those breakdowns. You have upgrades to defend your station and shields, because your Alliance Starbase can be rated for OPC. And it can be rated for material. And it tells you at the bottom left, my big head's in the way, it says resources available to take. And right now the assault is not working, but it will during this arc, where you can attack a starbase with 4 members and steal their resources, and they'll have events for it. And you see, you can undeploy the starbase, which takes it off the node and makes it impossible to raid, but you do not build to mine. You cannot do anything with their starbase. And then for the Defiant upgrades, the Defiant research, there's going to be a host of new researches just tailored for Assault, because it's like Armadas. As you see down here, we have Defiance Fist, which increases damage for Assault when you're buffed. And then the next one is going to be increases all base penetration during an Assault for the Defiant. Well, for the Defiance buff. Increases mitigation stats for the Assault. This whole bottom end is Assault related. And we have a new prime that's related to Assault, which is going to be increases crit chance during an Assault while buffed by 25%. And it requires G7 material. They need to just make like a star and a 7 extra just so it tells people what it is, because they're just getting too far. We have, where's it at? I'm not sure if it's in this tab, but we have more researches. So let's go to the Starbase one. So as you see here, we have another one, reflective defensive maneuvers, which is you have ones that are related to Starbase for attacking it. So assaults. Base story is we have more research for assaults, but here's a nice one that they threw in there. Is this right here? Improves base cost efficiency of ship parts. So those will help with your ship parts, like your Explorer, Interceptor, and Battleship parts. It'll get it down, which is going to be nice. This one's another assault-based one. Another assault-based one. Experience, if you guys need to grind out your experience for your ships. And then we have more stuff like station defense platforms, upgrade your station defense, platform hull, increases the healthier hull. Then we have better, this is all jazz for PvP. It increases base shield for Klingon player ships. So that's PvP related stuff. So we have new researches, new primes. Did I miss it? Did I miss that prime? Prime Alliance, Prime Cardassian loot. See right here, we have increased shield health as a prime, which is 350% buff. You have that, and the hull one, I haven't seemed to be able to find it yet. I might have skipped over it or lost it. Oh, here it is right here. Increases hull health for all player ships. So this is 300, or all ships by 350%. There's another prime. So we covered our assaults, we covered our officers. One of the more exciting things that came a part of this arc, well, secondary exciting things for new players, which I think is kind of awesome, is field training right here. And field training is basically a tutorial how to play the game. It tells you what to do. As you see right here, we go into here, and it says destroy a hostile ship higher than 1. Blah, blah, blah. You just go down the line, and you do them. And the upside, the cool thing is, it helps you unlock your Moreau and Pike a little quicker throughout it. As you see, it gives you shards for them. As you progress through, as you do it, as you finish them, it gives you points. And as you see here, it gives you 7 here for this one. And we can do our next ones, which should be officers. You can do stuff based off of officers, which of course you earn more Pike shards, which is going to make it easier for the newer players to unlock Pike, because that's a major card in the game. So that's a cool thing, a little tutorial. I'm loving that idea what Scopely's done. It's amazing for the newer players that give you more of a direction of what to do in the game or a goal, because sometimes you kind of run out of things as a newer player and you're like, what do I do? I'm before I'm solo 20. What do I do? What do I do? Well, it gives you that option. The other thing that I think is amazing that people are sad or were mad about is Mantis Space, which I think this is an amazing addition. Thank you, Scopely, for fixing this. But now about 3 interceptors spawn for most systems for the Mantis Space, so you can send in your bigger ship and just hit these, and they'll just keep respawning and respawning and respawning. So it'll make the Mantis grind 10 times easier. I appreciate you guys fixing Mantis Space. There's still some systems that are spawning 1 or 2. It's just still a little messed up, but it's better than it was. I want to thank Scopely for that. That is an awesome fix. It's been so long, and the players have been asking for the Mantis. You can get it during this event store. Yes, we have an event store, which I do love. You got resources, you got everything. Don't ask me what you should buy yet, because I'm not even sure myself. I don't even know what I want to get in this event store. But as you guys see here, under ships, you can get ships. Where are we at? Right there. Nope, that's cloaking. The cloaking has refits in it, just FYI, and projectiles. They need to kind of add that into the bucket. Ship. Resource, ship parts, ship blueprints. So this one we're going to look at as we go down the line, I have G4s, G5s. You guys will have your G3s in there, which is gonna be nice. And then you, as you said, Hextog blueprints, D4 blueprints. There's the minor blueprints. There's the D3, the Separatist D3 blueprint. You have Meridian. You can unlock 200 of those. It only takes 100, so you can unlock basically 2 Meridians out of this arc if you so be it. Fuchsia blueprints, Cerritos blueprints, Amalgam blueprints if you don't have the Amalgam, Fuchsia ones, Sarcophagus, Franklin. They are pushing hard in this arc to get your ships. Where's the Mantis at? I wonder if it took it out. But the blueprints were in here earlier. Right here, Mantis one. So you can get the 100 blueprints for the Mantis in this arc. You can get a full unlock if you so be it. If you get 150,000 of the Catcher Cell, not Catcher Cell White, but Catcher Cell to get it. So the players that were needing a Mantis, here you go. You can unlock the Mantis path for a free-to-play path for you guys, which I am excited for you guys to get into that path as exactly, or because the systems are finally fixed. Scopely has done a wonderful job in this one. There's some small stuff. Wait a minute. I just saw something. My mind just got blown, maybe. I can get Corvus blueprints. If you guys don't know, I'm working for Corvus. That's that's awesome, I think, Scopely. Thank you. I only have 15 of them, but that's still something for me. Besides that, we got officers, some new fixes, a new dry dock. We have new missions, which I thought was funny. Like, I remember the TV show movie Employee of the Month and the Podem event. POTM. If it's not frozen, my game. Get out of that. Game's acting a little funky today, but it's been a good rollout. It's kind of was a little bumpy, but it is what it is. So we have the Podem event, which is the Alliance, who is the most the Alliance of the month, where you can earn shards, see who if your Alliance is the greatest in your server. Little bragging rights. You can get some Jizia Dax, Kira shards, and Bashir shards through it, and you get a token. There's a token turned in for it, which has cool things in it. And then we have the Player of the Month, which is going to be who's your best player in your server, which I think is cool. That's based on hostile, armadas, Syndicate XP, battle pass, how much battle pass you finished. That's kind of cool. I kind of like this idea, which I'm going to give you guys a big thumbs up. As you see, you can get shards and another Podem voucher. And you guys are like, what is a Podem? What is a Podem? Not a possum? No. It is going to be a Podem. If you guys get a Podem token, you can look here. You have a guaranteed chance of all this stuff. All this stuff if you get it through that one. And if you're the Employee of the Month of the server, you have a guaranteed of all this, which Scopely. Another good job right there. I know it sounds like I'm shilling out, but there's so much that they've done in this arc that I'm applauding them for. Only thing that I'm not applauding them for is they don't have one set of officers. Is going to be the Battleship Strike Team. Scopely, you need to add that to the event store. I do like you guys added Odo to it, which I think is amazing. Odo is a fresh card that just came out, and you guys are adding it to the event store. Big thumbs up for me on that one. Yeah, this has been just a bunch. And oh yeah, the Mantis one does work now. You can debuff something and your timer goes in right here, which I think's bloody amazing. Scopely has done a great job on this one, from adding the new officers to implementing. Oh yeah, here's one thing I didn't talk about. Make sure you guys, whatever shards you actually did get for the espionage event, make sure to do them. It costs 20 per each one, so you'll be able to go through them and get some officers out of it, which is cool. It's not as epic as I thought it was going to be, but it is officer recruits, so I gave them applause for that. Not epic, but all right. I do appreciate what they have done this arc. I know I keep repeating it. I'm very happy with it, guys. There's nothing really bad besides, like, there's a bug when I click on a ship. It'll just spin here, and I won't be able to see this tab. And I have to hit space bar to actually attack the hostile. There were a few things that were wrong. We had to report, and they've been fixed so far. Scopely's been on their game when they're coming to fix stuff, and so far it's been a decent rollout. Maybe 2 hours of little bumpiness at the beginning, but so far so good. We'll go through the arc and we'll talk about it as the arc progresses, and we'll see if our minds change or we keep it at the same thing. All right, guys, don't forget to like that, subscribe, that bell notification down below. Remember, below that, don't forget to comment. Please comment. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions, what's going through your head about this arc. Don't forget, there is a Discord. Come join it. And in that description, don't forget there are donation links, PayPal, Cashapp, and Venmo if you enjoy my content or you want to help support me or whatever it is. And don't forget, from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, on Twitch. I stream from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys, it is Nowonshall signing out. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.